Now, yes, Mr. Gamington, we were told that you had a shitty game to pitch the committee. Yes, I believe I've come up with what might just be the shittiest game you've ever seen. Yes, Mr. Gamington. Now, why don't you tell us about this game of yours? So I took all of these great games that had ever been made and I analyzed them and I asked myself, what if we just did not that? And what is the name of this? It does sound shitty. It's called The Sniper 2. My God. So unfortunately, that's not actually how I found this game. I found it through the usual way, which is by torturing myself and playing countless terrible games hoping to find something interesting. And oh, I found something interesting, all right. A while back now, I made a video on the worst PS2 games ever made. And most of them were, interesting, but somehow through the sheer will of God, this game slipped completely and entirely under my radar. It is my honor to introduce you to possibly the greatest bad game ever, Sniper 2. This is something special. This here was a European and Japan exclusive game that was released as a budget title for the PS2. And I don't just mean that the budget for this game was super low, which believe me, it's gotta be down there. It's gotta be awful. But this game, brand new on its release, was sold for only 20 euros a copy. That is the gaming equivalent of a straight to DVD movie. I like to think some Sony executive was looking at this and they were like, "Ah, yes, only the poor would enjoy this one." This here was a 2002 release, and by the end of 2002, the PS2 was entering a very new part of its lifespan. And what do I mean by that? That everything after 2002 was terrible and it was a dying console? No, obviously not. But 2002 marked 2 whole years of the PS2 being out, and thus, a lot of developers had enough assets sitting around to start recycling, repackaging, and pumping out pure garbage. But Sniper 2 wasn't that. Not at all. This is a completely unique title that redefines what it means to be a bad game. This game was clearly someone's baby, and that someone was a very bad writer. But I want you all to be as sold on this game as I am, so why don't we boot up a new playthrough and let the opening cutscene do the talking.
His name, Harry C. Spencer, a firefighter. During the rescue of a girl named Melissa, he stumbled across a counterfeiting ring. As a result, he lost his job and his girlfriend. Claire Anderson was killed by the mafia. Burning with anger, Harry swore revenge upon her killers, leaving the city and trained under an ex-military vet.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this game summarizes the entirety of the original in its opening cutscene, and in classic low-budget fashion, the recap is literally just ported cutscenes from the original. But this game really drags its feet, so I'll do the recapping. We follow Harry, a fireman turned hitman who fucked with the mafia, who in turn killed his girlfriend. He goes on and gets his revenge before finding out that someone he saved earlier in the game somehow had the memories of his deceased girlfriend. And that's where this game picks up. If you're confused, don't worry, the writers were too.
Not someone's day, is it? Sorry, kid.
Why didn't you stop and help him?
We're on the run, remember? We can't afford to stand out, take risks.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You gotta love early CGI work in general, but I especially love when the character's mouth poses are like binary. It's just open and closed. I mean, really, it's just groundbreaking technology.
So we just leave him stranded in the middle of the desert? I don't get the feeling that many cars come this way, and even if another one does, it'll probably just drive right past as well. I thought you were a better person than that.
Wow, that hurts.
If this mess is going to make you stop being yourself, maybe you should just get caught.
Wow, thanks. I'm saved. My name's Stanley Jones. I'm a precision engineer for Aquarium Electronics.
An engineer? I would have thought an engineer could handle a little car trouble.
Yeah, me too, but that hunk of scrap is far beyond even my skills. You know them doctors that get sick because they don't look after themselves? Now I know how they feel.
I'm Harry. Harry Spencer, former firefighter.
I'm Claire. Claire Anderson. But people normally call me CA.
Where have I heard those names? Somewhere, I'm sure.
I'm hungry too. Let's get something to eat.
Okay, well, I know this great little place in Sacramento. Seeing as I owe you guys my life, it'll be my treat. I insist.
That was the entirety of the game's opening cutscene before it breaks out into the first credit sequence to introduce you to the vibe and the cast. I mean, the opening, a little cursed. The acting, awful. The strange lack of music is a bit odd. But the opening here is pretty cool with this super awesome blue and gold contrast style with the jazz. I don't hate it. I really don't. But now, it's time for the first mission.
I recommend the chicken special.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I feel like maybe there's some implications there. Okay, real talk, is that racist? Or maybe I'm racist for identifying that. Maybe that's what's happening here. Or maybe I'm not racist at all, I'm not sure. Or maybe I'm so unracist that I've looped all the way around to somehow being more racist. This is fucking Schrodinger's racism.
Ouch! Hey, watch where you...
If that isn't the lamest character reveal in the history of character reveals, I don't know what is. What is this, Sephiroth from Wish.com? He has what looks like an eye patch on while also draping hair over the other half of his face. This guy's playing life on like an FOV of 2. And this is such a clear ripoff of Metal Gear Solid. I mean, you could have at least made it a little less obvious. But see, where that game does an excellent job at having these larger-than-life personalities and well-placed musical stings to go along with the introductions, this has nothing. We're sitting in pure silence while this guy awkwardly bobs back and forth. And to top it all off, he walks like maybe 6 to 8 feet off screen and sits facing the characters while they talk shit about him.
Harry? What's up?
Huh? Oh, that guy. The one Stanley bumped into back there.
You
Oh,
talking about me?
him. He was a little scary.
I'm right
You
here.
know who he is?
No.
Hello?
But he smells the same as I do.
Smells? What does that even mean?
I mean, the smell of a killer.
That's just slander.
And there's pain in his eyes.
My eyes. My eyes. I have sunglasses on.
Sure
You
you're
can't
not just
even see
thinking
my
too much?
eyes.
And anyway, he is totally different from you. He didn't seem half as cold for one thing. Harry!
Oh my god, wow, that really just happened. I swear to god, this woman's either like horribly sleep deprived or she's 50 grams deep in a K-hole. And what is that animation? What is that animation? What could compel you to animate a character like that? What was written in the script for this game? Man gets shot at and has epileptic seizure.
Stanley, use this.
Abby! Ooh-ah! Bad news, boss. Boss, CA's pinned down.
So finally, God knows how long into this video, we get into the gameplay, and this is where the game solidifies itself as not great. As you might have guessed, Sniper 2 sees us using a sniper rifle, if you'll believe it, and our job is simple: shoot the bad guy with the gun. Nice and easy. But you might have noticed something, which is the oddly slow-moving bullets, and we'll get back to that later. For now, apparently that was the entirety of stage 1, so yippee! After every stage you play, the game rather trivially gives you a score based on your performance, which contributes nothing to the game whatsoever and serves only to insult you. Now on to stage 2. 2 Mafia boys now. Moving our way up in the world, aren't we? Alright, I gotta make this shot, and boom.
Ugh.
What? Wrong target? What do you mean, wrong target? Is this not the armed mafia man coming to kill me? Well, guess what? Only one of the enemies here is killable. And what I should have done, I should have gotten my crystal ball and I should have been a seer and just saw into the future to figure out that the game in its prompt, which very clearly uses a plural form, was lying to me. Reasonable expectation, really. And you might think it's just a game limitation, you know, one target per mission. But no, the game rather comically disproves this later in the game, so what gives?
Is that finally the end of them?
CA!
Harry! No!
Hey, it's that guy again.
We're still doing that bit where you keep talking to me like I'm not here. Okay, yeah, no, that's cool.
CA! Who is that guy? Damn.
Damn. Oh, it's a shame I couldn't see him. I think this is clearly him letting this bitch get kidnapped. He's like, oh no, please don't kidnap the annoying condescending woman. Please, no, don't do that. You know, seems a bit early for the credits, doesn't it? Surely this isn't the end. Was that Sniper 2? Oh, I guess not. It was the credits for stage 3. Okay. You know, maybe it was just like an opening credit sequence. Like, you know how when you play any Kojima game, he likes to remind you like at least 17 separate times that he is in fact the one who made the game? Like maybe it's something like that. But let's just push on to the next stage, shall we? Oh shit, another cutscene? Alright, let's let it rip. More credits. Wait. Is this the same sequence as the intro to the game? It is! Again, for the intro to stage 4? Why? Why would you do that? I guess it was just so good that they were scared that I missed it the first time. They were like, you know what? That's just great. Put that in twice.
The girl called Abby at the diner was an investigator for the CIA. She was working undercover in order to catch one Gabriel Armitage.
Coincidentally, as well as being an assassin of renowned skill in the underworld, this Gabriel is also the mysterious man who just carried CA off. So whilst I thought those mafia thugs were gunning for me, it seems they were actually police dispatched by the family to take out Gabriel. One more thing.
Did you get all that? You know, exposition is one thing, but then there's like that. And look, I watched this whole cutscene front to back, and I know my audience pretty well. Your smooth brains probably couldn't handle it, so I'm gonna break this down for you. So the redhead woman at the diner, CIA, and she was there to capture the dude with the silver hair. Now, I don't know what the odds of that dude showing up to the exact diner she worked at were, but you know, but apparently the mafia guys that pulled up weren't even there for us. They were also there for him. So, you know, I think I can follow it. You know, the dude with the silver hair, he's a bad motherfucker, man. He's being chased down by everybody. And I love the way they phrase this directly after.
No.
You know that really, really shitty effect of the smoke grenade? Well, apparently it was cancer. And I just love the way that they phrase this on screen. They're like, oh yeah. And one more thing. We inhaled this like weird bioweapon thing. And like, I only have 10 days to live now. Just an afterthought though. The name of the drug we inhaled was Tackle McCann. It's the way they pronounce it, not me, I swear to God. I feel like if I was a drug company making, you know, a gas that could murder everyone within 10 days, I'd come up with something cooler like, oh God, what would I name it? I'd name it like, Turbo Death Deluxe Gas. Maybe this is why I don't work at a drug company.
We're asking for your help. The next target is one of the mafia executives, Ian Gardner. He had connections with the arms baron. Our team has him under 24-hour surveillance.
Will the world ever be free of evil?
I love that dramatic overreaction. She's just like, hey man, do you think you can do something for me? And he's just like, do I even have free will? Are men born evil? All I am getting from this game so far is that the director wanted to be Kojima so badly, down to the random philosophical rants. It's ridiculous. But you might be wondering, what is all of that exposition leading up to? You know, surely we got a banger gameplay section coming up. Oh, how sorely mistaken you are. The target is clearly shown next to a vehicle, like he's getting in or out of it. But what is never told to you is that he's on foot the whole time, and you just have to get extremely lucky to spot him. Genuinely, I probably wasted 10 to 12 minutes just pissing around looking at different cars before I figured out, oh, the game is lying to my face, and he's not in a car like the picture might indicate. But, you know, I digress. You know, I shot him, we're done, the level's done. What? Why are the credits playing again? Don't tell me. This is gonna play between each and every single level. Are you kidding me? What kind of egomaniac shit is that? Like, don't get me wrong, it's one thing to put your name on something you're super proud of, or even like a Kojima game. The game is so good that it kind of justifies how, like, very clearly egotistical that man is. But to inscribe your name permanently on what is effectively a giant pile of shit that has been molded into a PS2 disc is so embarrassing it's a joke. And oh my god, no. The game's intro plays at the beginning of every single level too. Wow. How? The game's intro and outro play at the beginning and end of every single level. Did they think this was like a TV show where someone would play like one episode of it and walk away after? With some levels, the credits are longer than the game.
I felt that we were taking part in the operation minus a vital piece of information. Something like, perhaps how God does not tell humans the purpose of existence.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy might be crazy. I have a strange, sneaking suspicion that the CIA might be lying to me. This is exactly like how all human life has no purpose. It's fucking deep, man.
The lingering lies between people. The subtle probing of others' thoughts. Dishonesty everywhere. You only have to watch the news to know it's the same everywhere in the world.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop with the monologues, for the love of God. I do not care about this man's personal worldview on the concept of lying. I really don't. It's genuinely like listening to someone who like tried acid one time and they think they're like a spiritually enlightened being. And for the love of God, just get the wall of text off my screen.
No changes to the plans?
Nope, the buyer's already entered the club. The seller as well.
Details on the seller?
One Frank Bates, ex-military, specializes in using a knife and is on the violent side, even within the family. Also known as Mad
You know
Dog
what?
Bates.
Credit where credit's due. The editing of this scene does seem moderately better than a lot of the other ones. And at some points, the response time between characters is like maybe a second and a half. It's still bad, but now it's competently bad. And it's beginning to at least resemble two human beings having a conversation. That's really the level I'm operating on here. And you know what? Even this level gameplay-wise is actually somewhat interesting. To lure the target out of the nightclub, you need to shoot out at Skylight, but that draws out literally everyone. So now you have to sift through the crowd and search for your boy. But there's 3 different exits, and the one he uses is entirely random. So you need to keep on your toes and check all 3 of the exits pretty quickly. Find the target and take the shot before the timer hits 0. It's genuinely not bad at all. More of this and we'll be well on our way to a pretty decent game. It is a little weird that if you zoom all the way out, NPCs just kind of start sliding everywhere. And if you look closely, their pathing around corners is really weird. They get this odd little speed boost, but who cares? And after sitting through yet another 2 credit sequences back to back, I swear to God I'm gonna have every single one of the 13 people who made this game memorized by the end of this, we get our next gameplay section. And it's awful, and I wanted to quit here for the next 25 minutes. Remember how I said that bullet speed was really wacky? Well, here it comes to a head with by far the worst section where you need to shoot the tires of a moving vehicle. It's really this bad. The game gives you like 7 bullets, but it's never enough. I mean, just watch this. The bullet looks like maybe I'm close, but I can't really tell because the render distance sucks. So you can zoom in to see the bullet closer. But now I'm so zoomed in that the moving vehicle is near impossible to keep track of. Now add in the fact that I'm trying to aim on a PS2 controller, and I'm sure you can imagine my suffering. I mean, just listen to me after attempt 9 of this. And every single time you fail this, you get to hear Stanley over the headset. Oh, the windows are probably bulletproof. Can you shoot the tires? The limousine should be coming by shortly. These things are ingrained in my head. Remember how I said that NPCs get a weird speed boost when going around corners? Well, for some reason, this also applies to cars. I can only assume this was added just to torture me. And the most insulting part is that once you do hit the tire, your battle's not over. You now need to kill the guy in the limo, which is made extremely convenient by the fact that all the people inside spontaneously decide to get out and run away. It's not even like the car is broken or anything, it's just that it has a flat tire and now the entire team is just like, we're all gonna die! But in a cruel twist, you don't know who you actually need to kill. And when the people are actively running off screen, you might say impulsively shoot the driver like I did, which instantly fails you and you have to restart the whole thing. And fucking look at this! Shoot the tiras? The tiras! Are you fucking kidding me? No, let's go guys, let's shoot the tiras off the limo. You fucking stupid. What illiterate Neanderthal was making this? So now you repeat that entire process, missing about 900 times, hoping to occasionally get lucky. And when you do, the game again spites you. So this guy who gets out of the back, he has black hair. What color hair does the target have? Well, fuck if I know. The photo's in black and white, when clearly earlier in the game, they are in color. Why, you might ask? Because God took a day off when this game was made. So I shoot the guy who's actively sprinting away, and oh, not the target. My bad, I guess. So I try another 10 times to get the tires popped, and when I wait patiently and no one's getting out of the car, I shoot a different guy because what could go wrong at this point? And just as I pull the trigger, this slimy little gremlin climbs out of the car last after cowering in there that whole time. So finally, after all that, I shoot this guy through the limo's metal roof. The same bulletproof limo I couldn't shoot through then.
Your eyes are so full of pain. Why are you fighting the mafia?
Please make it stop, please. Look, I'm gonna let the whole mafia thing go. That's painful, but I'm not even gonna get into it. But what the fuck is he doing? Does this guy have Parkinson's? And look, I get letting a scene breathe, I really do. I mean, some of the greatest game cutscenes ever make full use of ambient sound as opposed to music. But this is not that. Also, do note, this scene does in fact have music in it, meaning, by implication, every other time in which the game does not use it, it is an intentional decision. I'd like you to keep that in mind. Oh god, another credit sequence.
So here we are, come to save the world. The Tackle McCain factory.
Hey, did you catch that? He just changed his pronunciation. He called it Tackle McCain. Was there no voice director during this? So finally we get to take on the Tackle McCann factory, and yet again, the gameplay isn't entirely awful. The objective being to shoot all the cameras out, but the only vulnerable part is specifically the glass lens on the front. Every single other pixel of this thing is made with some kind of anti-bullet technology, meaning you really need to time that shot perfectly. And I mean, look, by the final camera, I had 1 bullet left. This is gonna be tight. Wait, got it. Damn, I'm good.
What? What's wrong? What?
But I just don't get the idea here. Like, to break into this highly secure government facility, we sit like 10 feet away with an unsuppressed sniper rifle and we shoot out all of their cameras and just hope that no one in the security room finds it, I don't know, slightly peculiar that all of their security cameras are disappearing one by one, perfectly timed with a large bang outside.
All right, that takes out their security.
Thanks to you.
Suspense right there. Genuinely, what is the point of a credit sequence that splits a cutscene in half? What's the plan? You think the players are gonna be sitting there like, holy shit, I can't wait to finish that cutscene after I spend 3 minutes watching the same credit sequence I've seen 10 times up to this point. Wow, this game is incredible.
You've done well to get this far.
What are you doing here?
I've had a change of heart.
Quick! Give us the antidote! Now! Or tell us where you're hiding it.
I see. So that's the line she fed you.
Oh shit! We've all been had. This guy wasn't bad at all from the start. Also, what is the plan right now? We're just sitting outside of a government facility that we were just opening fire on, and without even moving an inch from the spot we were firing from, we're just having a full conversation right now? These are the type of people that would drown in a puddle.
Huh? Don't tell me you don't. Oh, no. Oh, damn. I can't believe it. So it's our fate just to die?
This antidote that you're searching for, it never existed in the first place.
You're lying. You have to be infected as well. CA!
I was saved by a serum created from her blood. She has the remainder of the serum. You can take her back now. They're about to get serious. They're planning on using a missile with Takamacane warhead. There's a launch pad beyond that building. At this rate, the entire city is on the fast track to hell.
Why did you suddenly decide to tell us all this?
I told you, I had a change of heart. Now get away from here.
Harry,
We'll talk later. Now go.
Okay.
CA, let's move.
Okay.
No! They got Stanley! Ah, God damn it, no! This might be the single fucking stupidest group of people I have ever seen in my life. You're sitting outside a highly secure CIA facility that you just shot at without moving an inch. What did you think the guy in the security room watching his cameras disappear would be like?
What is it? Dragons?
Must have been the wind.
So after all of that, we kill Stanley Sniper, and we get to have a few last words with him.
Stanley, you okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay? I think the bullet might have ricocheted and lobotomized this guy when we weren't looking. You watch this man get trick shot off a building so hard he got sent airborne. Are you okay?
Hey, boss. I don't think...
Don't talk. Save your strength.
I won't need my strength much longer. I have to...
Figured it out. You said you
What?
had guns, yet you're a pretty good shot.
I can't hear you over
You know
this.
hacking and security
Can
systems?
you repeat that, Stanley?
More than a...
How? Genuinely how did this get put into the game? How did someone listen back to this and think, no, this really elevates this cutscene to like new levels, and it's like the best thing it could be? I just have to wonder, who was mixing this? Oh wait, I don't have to wonder. It's one of the people who's been shown in this credit sequence 500 fucking times. So let's just go back here. Boom, found him. Kasumi Goto. What the fuck were you doing? Did you fall asleep at the wheel here?
Yeah, I promise. Hey, Stan. Hey!
No!
No. Is this the worst cut of all time? Just no. Instant jazz piano.
That was, unfortunate.
No shit, man. This guy has the social awareness of a brick wall. Consider that canonically, this is seconds after he just died. Remove the credit sequence and this is what it looks like.
No!
That was, Unfortunate.
Fantastic social awareness, man. And now to get a revenge for Stanley, we march our way onto the roof, entirely off screen. And to really get revenge, we gotta shoot the spinny thing in a metal can. This one's for you, Stanley. Oh God. They keep forcing the credits over and over. Our final level sees us taking shots at the Mafia boss, who's apparently finally cracked the code for this game. He runs in a zigzag pattern, the true counter to any and all snipers worldwide, until he gets shot in the ass and instantly dies, bringing us to this game's finale.
Did you get him?
Yes.
I finished dismantling the missile as well, so...
It really is over.
Not quite.
Hey, where are you going?
You haven't worked it out yet, have you? I'm just going back for something.
We never saw Gabriel again.
That was my genuine reaction the first time I ever saw this cutscene. That's the end of the game. That's where it leaves off. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Sniper 2. Now, technically, according to this little cutscene tree, it seems like there is an alternate ending, but I don't ever want to see it. I don't want it to ever disparage my idea that this is canonically how the game ends. To me, this is the gaming equivalent of Tommy Wiseau's The Room, a game so bad it is a masterpiece. So yeah, that's Sniper 2, a game that manages to be a sniping game where sniping barely works, a story that is exclusively explained through some of the worst cutscenes ever, and a cinematic experience where you watch more credits than gameplay. But I think the true tragedy is that Sniper 2 probably could have been a pretty decent game. It has flashes, these great ideas like that skylight mission, and then it proceeds to drive straight off a cliff and blow up. And you know, having watched these credits 37 different times, I feel I know these people, these developers. I feel bonded spiritually. So what did we learn today? That bullets sometimes travel slow? Sometimes conversations with people get awkward, and the philosophy of any and all snipers is absolutely terrible. But damn it, Sniper 2 has heart. Terrible, incoherent, medically concerning heart, but heart. What is that? Oh my, it's fucking credits again. I gotta get out of here. Well everyone, thanks so much for watching. My brain has taken structural damage, but hey, content is content. This is sort of a big video for me, not only in terms of upping my game with the jokes, but also because it's a big change in my branding. When I started this channel 3 years ago now, I never intended on showing my face, and thus I branded myself with the frog. But now having revealed myself, I thought it was a good idea to rebrand as me. I know it's a notable downgrade, but it's just a better fit for the changes this channel has had. And speaking of changes around the channel, this is sort of a sad video for me to make, as it marks the end of this office set. I am moving to a new office that I intend to make better than ever, and if you're interested in it, I plan on recording the entire renovation process. So if you want to see the before and after, just let me know, I'll post it somewhere. But I've had a lot of good times on this set, and I've come to really love it. And it makes me sad to have to leave it behind. But rest assured, when this channel comes back in the new year, it's gonna be at the best it's ever been. But for now, I gotta get out of here before the credits find me. This move is going to be expensive, so I've opened up a PayPal link for the channel for anyone who wants to go above and beyond to help me make this channel as good as it can get. So if you could support the channel in any way, that would be greatly appreciated. Even a like or a comment helps me out a ton. But as per usual, no one can force ya, and I will see you all in the next one.